Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new video on my channel. So I'm just going to be cutting elder logs, and this video is going to be a bit of a discussion video and something I want you guys to comment on below and let me know what your thoughts are. So basically what this video is going to be discussing is necromancy. So necromancy is nearly 2 months old, and what I wanted to discuss was basically, is necromancy good for the game, or was necromancy a good addition to the game? Because 2 months has given us enough hindsight to see how it's impacted, how it was trained, and then like now that a lot of people have sort of moved out of necromancy after getting like 99, 120, you can see the overall impact to everything else in the game. So my original thought was, yes, necromancy was good. The release was great. Like the way they did the starter, the introduction, the quest storyline as well, really good, working your way through it. However, once you hit 99, that was kind of it. There was nothing really filler between 99 and 120. You were basically just grinding rituals, grinding monsters just to get 120 as quick as possible, because that's the mentality you have. As soon as it's released, I want to finish it, I want to get it, I want to get it done. So that was the bit of a problem, but the 1 to 99 was actually really good. I liked how there was a quest storyline, I liked how there was a little sort of sidetrack boss with Hermod. Admittedly, Hermod's drop table was rubbish, apart from the plates. As soon as you got the plates, there was nothing really to it. And looking at Hermod now as a boss pet for me to go and hunt afterwards, because I do like how it looks, the drop table's rubbish. Really, apart from plates, it's a bit too basic and a bit too, yeah, just not good. So that's something which could have been improved on. But again, it's only like a level 70 necromancy boss. You do kill it in 45 seconds. It can't have the most OP drop table ever. I just wanted something a little bit better than what we got. But per mod is pretty cool anyway. And I like the fact that you had to make your own armor to be able to like unlock the ability to wear it and stuff like that. And the ability with the tier 90 power armor, the death mark, is really good. However, it is a little bit broken, I think. Especially like when you look at it training Slayer, training with mobs, lower tier monsters, like with the DPS you can do with necromancy. Like for me, I've been doing like my God Wars 1 boss logs lately, and before I bought the first necromancer outfit, I was using the tier 90 death dealer power armor, and I walked in for my first kill at Kree, and bear in mind like my rotation would have been all over the place, my abilities would have been in the wrong order. First kill, I beat my time by 10 seconds by just having death dealer 20% finished early, and just with the sheer overpowered ability of necromancy. And that's kind of like the problem really, that what I like for necromancy is that it's really brought people who weren't good at PvM and weren't like absolute on the meta are now able to do the higher tier bosses comfortably now, because necromancy is that level of overpoweredness. However, the detrimental impact that necromancy's had to other armors, other combat armors, you're looking thinking it's something which needs to be balanced out quite sharpish. Because of the power creep on necromancy so high, and it's so much more like above the rest of them, I think the only way you can really do it is to bring necromancy down rather than bring the others up. If you bring the others up, everything's just a full on like end game power level. Whereas if you brought necromancy down, there's still scope for like the back end final tiers of the game to still add content to. I think necromancy is very much like at a level now where it's end game-ish, but fully end game. Like the ability and the speed at which you can kill stuff is very much like at the full end game. But again, as always, this is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I've just started to see like armors like crashing stuff like significantly, like stuff which was designed as like the ultimate gear go down, and then you look at necromancy and think I can buy tier 95 weapons for a bill, or more, maybe a bit more than a bill, maybe 1.2, 1.3 bill, but you could be top tier like level 95s at 1.3 bill for a duo set, and the armor's probably another bill. For 2.3 bill, you're kitted out in probably the best armor in the game, which may be where like Jagex were looking to go with it. Obviously a new skill was never going to be smooth sailing anyway. It's changing a combat system which has existed for like 20 years. I would have thought that there would be a bit more, I'm going to say testing, a bit more looking into how they sat with the other styles. I think the skill works, the abilities work, And even though like there's two forms of magic book, that actually manages to work. It's just how well does it work with everything else? I think as an entity and as like on its own, it's a really good skill and it's been really well thought out, really well developed up until 99. I think 99 to 120, there's still a lot to flesh out. But Jagex does do this. They normally come back with a part 2 or batch 2 where they sort of like fill out the little gaps and stuff. We're the QA testers in this form. But yeah, so that's what I expect. I expect that there to be another Necromancy update within the next couple of months, and then we'll get a lot more of the 99 to 120 content filled out then as well. So I think the new boss will be quite telling as well. So there's going to be a new boss coming in, I think it's October. I hope it's October. And I think that's going to be the big question mark of where Necromancy is compared to the others. If it's a Necromancy design boss, then yeah, fair enough, it will be the meta. But if it was something which all four styles could work out quite evenly, and Necromancy completely dominates, then that's when you look and think, well, we have a problem here, because that boss should have been viable to kill with all the methods, but Necromancy is so much further ahead. And as well, like, I don't know if it's happened to you guys as well, but Necromancy training or Necromancy in general, I do most of mine AFK. Like, I'm still not 120. I don't do rituals because that bores me. I just AFK. I've been AFK in my God Wars collections. That's done me like my past 10 mil XP is just AFK and God Wars bosses. So I don't really pay attention to the screen anyway. Normally I do other stuff. But even when I am playing and I am doing Necromancy, I don't know how to describe it, but you sort of get like a weird burnout of, yeah, this is just, I don't know, I don't know if because it's not engaging, because you just absolutely slap whatever you're up against. But yeah, that might just be me. One thing which really worked out for me is that like Necromancy enabled me to trial like higher tiered monsters. Like I can kill like Ryzel boss. Like beforehand, a higher tiered boss with that kind of level, I wouldn't even bother because I wouldn't want to spend the time to learn it, because my time's limited. The last thing I want to be doing is visiting death every 5 minutes because I can't get a kill. But Necromancy almost forced me to learn a new combat style, and I enjoyed it. And I'll probably use Necromancy to go and do all the forms of bosses. But is that the problem in itself, that now that there's a lot of people now will only use Necromancy as a style, and Necromancy is the only way they know combat, and because Necromancy works, they won't go and use the other styles of combat, which then means that like there's no demand on that gear. It's a very weird dynamic, and like I said, I really enjoyed the release. I really enjoyed the skill training up to 99. I still think there's work to do between 99 and 120, but I don't know, I just feel like there's something missing, which is weird, and I don't know why. But yeah, it's nothing. We're not ragging on the skill. I've enjoyed it for a large part, but it's just like, I don't know, I have a feeling it's going to be, in the long run, in a year, I think it will do more damage than good at the level it currently is. I do think it needs an adjustment. Whether that they want to adjust everything else to be more powerful to Necromancy's level, or they want to bring Necromancy down, I do think it needs to be looked into because it's not quite right. Now don't get me wrong, it'll probably take them 2 years to look into it, but who knows? Who knows anyway. But that was my discussion video. Obviously, you guys, have in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm talking complete rubbish. Necromancy is the best skill in the game. Necromancy is a really good skill. I fully say that's a good skill. I just think the impact now, looking at it as well, it might be a bit of a hero pass thing as well. Hero pass might have just killed us off. But Necromancy was just something more long term. Which we'll see as the months go by what's happened with it and how it sort of formulates as well. I still think Heroes Pass has really been detrimental. Like, I've looked at War for the past week or two, and it is a lot quieter. I think Jagex did so well with the Necromancy release and bringing players back in for Necromancy, hyping it up, getting people interested, and then that Heroes Pass is just completely just slapped people down. And I think they'll struggle to get people back, really. They're going to have to work hard on the new content they have to bring new players and old players back, and the microtransaction side needs to be reined in heavily. In terms of old school and stuff like that, I have a max old school account, so for me, I can go back to old school, can do it straight away. I enjoy playing RS3. I enjoy the interfaces, I enjoy the gameplay, I enjoy stuff like that. Old school, I'm still burnt out from maxing, and I maxed in Jan, so don't get me wrong, I might throw up a couple of videos of me and the boys doing some raids, because I do enjoy that. That's the one thing I would log in for, is going to do a couple of raids. Maybe we're going to do some post-max stuff. I don't think I have it physically in me to start a new account. RS3, yes. I'll go and do new bond accounts. I'll go and start new accounts, because I think it's a lot less grindy to be able to do stuff like that. Whereas I think 07, it's a little bit more painful. I think RS3 is a bit more streamlined. But yeah, no real plans for 07 videos apart from the occasional like raid videos with the boys. Maybe we'll look at leagues. Leagues could be something we could do. But for the meantime, I don't plan on leagues. Hope that makes you guys happy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next